What is going on, guys? Your boy Joey672 coming to you guys with the video right now. So I want to go over Miles Sanders. In 2020, Miles Sanders, I think, had a little over 800 yards. And obviously, Doug Peterson did not really help Carson Wentz at all by having no run game. I think the least amount of carries that Miles has was probably 3 to 5, probably that much. And once we had the run game going, Doug would always stray away from it all the time. Until Jalen Hurts came in, we had the read option, we had the RPOs, and really benefited not just Jalen Hurts, but Miles Sanders' play as well. And would have broke over 1,000 yards easy. I had Miles Sanders before the 2020 season start. I had him breaking 1,000 easily this year. And I think, and the other thing is, though, this whole thing, they stopped using him in the passing game a lot, too. Like 2019, the passing game was fantastic. He's a dual threat back. You could put him as a wide receiver. You could line him up on some mismatches. He could take it to the house for you and has did it a couple times this year. And let me tell you something. Very proud of Miles Sanders. I think his work ethic is phenomenal. I just think the guy doesn't give up. The guy just has that Philly-esque attitude that I do like here. I know there's some guys, some fans that don't like him. They don't think he's, he needs to share the ball with other players, or me. I think he's ready to take that on as being that main running back, whatever they do at that position. I mean, I don't know how Nick's going to do it. Nick Sirianni is going to have multiple running backs. I mean, if it was up to me, I would keep a bruiser in there, a nice 1-2 punch. Definitely 3 running backs if you wanted, but, you can have a nice gadget player in Miles Sanders, a bruiser in Jordan Howard, and obviously with Boston Scott or somebody else, you could have someone that's very elusive in the wide open space. So there's a lot of different productivity from a lot of running backs we do have. We haven't even tried out all the bruisers we've had on our team. We traded for Jordan Howard last year. Elijah Holyfield was activated for 1 game and didn't even get a snap in the game. When I was really excited that he got activated, I was like, yes, he's going to get some snaps, and I was excited about it. Never happened at all. So when I go back to it now, Miles Sanders, with this offensive line, depending on what Jason Kelsey's doing this year, which I think he is staying, but I think this, with no injuries, obviously, I mean, that's the other thing too, guys. I mean, I think Miles Sanders could be a great running back, for a franchise running back for this team, but the problem is your offensive line gets switched 14 times in 1 year. When is this going to stop? When are these injuries going to stop? I mean, I understand a few injuries, but my God, I mean, we switched our offensive line 14 times. And during that Super Bowl with Tampa Bay and Kansas City had to switch one guy. They had to switch one guy, and the press made a big deal about it, that they had to switch one guy. And the Eagles had to switch 14 offensive line changes the whole year. That's got to stop, too, because how are we going to stay healthy at offensive line if that's the case? We need depth. Obviously, Jack Driscoll, Nate Herbig, we're going to help out tremendously. Jordan Mailata should be the starting left tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles next year, because I don't have Andre Dillard beating him. I just don't. I think just having I just think of having Jordan Mailata's size. He just has that natural power now, because he's 6'8", 350 pounds. You're not going to find a tackle that big. In Australia you might, but not around here. Okay, so I think it's going to help Miles Sanders tremendously. And then obviously, who's our wide receivers this year? Marquise Goodwin and Deshaun Jackson are still here. Jalen Reagor is going to, I think he's going to have a nice year next year. I do. I think they're going to use him the right way, and he's going to have a better year. And they're actually going to have a whole off season. This Eagles team didn't have the Eagles did not adapt well to COVID. They did not adapt well to the new rules. And it seemed like every other team did. Okay. They need to, Jalen Hurts going to be throwing to some of these guys, these receivers and stuff like that. But obviously this is about Miles Sanders, but all this comes together because it opens up a lot of things for Miles Sanders. So to see what weapons are they going to get? Are they going to draft their wide receiver at number 6? Are they going to draft one in the second round and get another position at number 6? You never know. And obviously we're waiting on this Carson Wentz trade, because that's going to come into it as well. But Miles Sanders, I've never questioned him at his work ethic or anything like that. Miles Sanders could break for 1,000 yards next year. He could. There are 1,000-yard rushers out there that have gotten 1,000 yards and their team was horrible. Okay, it's happened in the past. It could happen with the Eagles next year. You never know. Don't think this team is a contender. This roster hasn't even started to change yet, but we're going to find out really soon what happens. But with Miles Sanders, never questioned him in his abilities, put him in the passing game. I hope Nick Sirianni uses him to his full advantage because this kid has a lot to bring to the table, a lot more coming. So let me know what you guys think about Miles Sanders and this Nick Sirianni offense and what you think he'll bring to the table this year in 2021. I'll see you guys later. Shake Squad up, File Slide. Peace out, guys. Peace.